Hello, everybody. Alright, so I've got to admit something. The past few days have been quite hectic here at the studio. We've been working around the clock because today we have a special video coming up. This video is something that we've been planning for a while. And what is this special video, you ask? Well, let me tell you. In our last video, we showed you the first ever images of the upcoming 2025 Jaguar Flagship EV, and boy, did you guys go crazy in the comment section? I mean, we didn't expect such an overwhelming response. So, thanks for that, by the way. But since then, we've been hard at work piecing together all the details on this car, and let me tell you, there's a lot to talk about. So today, we're gonna take a deep dive into this car and see what makes it such a game changer. Now before we get started, make sure to hit that like button if you haven't already. It really helps us out and means that you won't miss any of our latest videos. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so first things first, why does this car matter? Well, to answer that question, we need to take a quick look at Jaguar's history. As you may know, Jaguar is one of those brands that has a rich history of making some truly iconic cars. From the legendary E-Type to the modern-day F-Type, Jaguar has always been known for producing vehicles that are not only beautiful to look at, but also offer exceptional driving dynamics. However, times are changing and Jaguar needs to adapt if it wants to stay relevant. The company has already announced that it will stop selling combustion engine vehicles by 2025, and this flagship EV is set to be the centerpiece of a new lineup. So basically, this car is the future of Jaguar, and that's why it matters. If Jaguar can pull this off, it could very well secure its place as a major player in the luxury EV market. But if it fails, well, it could be the end of the road for the British brand. Alright, so now that we've established why this car matters, let's talk about what makes it tick. So the powertrain and performance is one of the most important aspects of any car, and this one is no exception. According to reports, this flagship EV will be built on Jaguar's all-new G architecture. That's just an internal code name for now. And it's designed specifically for EVs. And that is a big deal because it means that this car will have everything you could possibly want in terms of performance. So, in terms of range, Jaguar is targeting over 430 miles of WLTP range, which is absolutely insane. Just to give you some context, the current record for the longest range EV goes to the Lucid Air Dream Edition, which has a range of 520 miles. Of course, this is just a concept at this point, so things could change. But I don't think it'll make much of a difference because this car is all about balance. It's not just a grand tourer. It's a grand tourer with a bit of edge. And I think that's what makes it so exciting. In addition to that, Jaguar has said that this car will be able to go from 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds, which is pretty impressive considering that it'll weigh over 5,500 pounds. But how exactly is Jaguar going to pull this off? Well, they're aiming to achieve this level of performance without sacrificing efficiency. And that's where the real challenge lies. And don't worry, I'm not gonna leave you hanging. We'll delve deeper into this later on. But for now, just know that these numbers are just the tip of the iceberg. So next up, let's talk about the design and style language. The design is probably the most important aspect of any car, especially when it comes to EVs. After all, EVs are already kind of boring in terms of design, right? They're just super efficient boxes on wheels. So it's up to Jaguar to change that. And based on the concept, I think they've done a pretty good job. The design looks like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. It's sleek, it's stylish, and it's unlike anything else on the road today. The front of the car is dominated by Tenero lights that stretch from end to end. This gives the car a mean, aggressive look that's sure to turn heads. But don't worry, it's not all bravado. Those lights serve a purpose. They're designed to maximize aerodynamics, which is crucial for maximizing range. The rear of the car is just as impressive. The fastback profile gives the car a sense of speed and power. Even when it's standing still, it looks like it's ready to pounce. Alright, so let's talk about the interior. What's it like to actually sit inside the cockpit of this thing? Well, according to reports, the interior will feature a number of flowing screens that will create a seamless digital landscape. There will be a large infotainment display that stretches across the dashboard and a digital gauge cluster that sits behind the steering wheel. These displays will provide the driver with all the information they need without distracting them from the road ahead. The seats are made of premium materials that will hug your body and provide you with unparalleled comfort. You'll feel like you're sitting in a cloud, but don't worry, you won't get stuck there. There will also be plenty of storage space so you can keep your belongings safe and sound. Overall, the interior is designed to be a sanctuary for the driver. It's a place where you can relax, unwind, and enjoy the ride. Now, I know you must be curious about the pricing. Well, the estimated starting price for this car is north of $100,000. And that's definitely not cheap. But then again, this is a luxury EV, and that usually comes with a hefty price tag. However, if you're looking for a car that will turn heads and make jaws drop, then this is it. Speaking of turning heads, let's take a look at the market impact of this car. So, Jaguar is planning to launch this flagship GT in late 2025 or early 2026. And that is still a few years away. But the anticipation is already building. The car is expected to be launched globally except for China. And it's not just car enthusiasts who are excited about this car. Investors are also keeping a close eye on it. You see, Jaguar Land Rover is a subsidiary of India's largest auto company, Tata Motors. And Tata Motors has seen its shares rise by almost 10% in the past year alone. That's because investors are betting on the success of Jaguar's EVs, especially this one. But will this car live up to the hype? Will it turn out to be the savior that Jaguar needs? Well, only time will tell. Until then, we can only speculate and dream about what could be. So, I want to hear from you. Would you buy this car over an old-school Jaguar? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe because more reinventions are on their way. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.